for the first try, I think I've never seen it being too high, basically.
So, and what you need now is compression right here. So either you put a plate onto the compression over the plate, or you need screws. I think in this case it's difficult, since we have fracture on the contralateral side. It's hard to do compression just by screws. In this case, I would put a plate on.
Yeah.
Because especially an older patient, you just break in with your...
And then again, you fix at the distal part?
You fix the distal part right now, and then I can do with a big, huge King Kong clamp compression. Can drill, please? How many seconds are left?
Okay, that's the last screw.
Einfach 50 oder so, ne?
44, fast immer.
And we'll have one last X-ray then.
40 ist gut.
Corticalis, ne?
Ja.
That was a pass-through.
You said I have to do it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I think we got the principle, and now we have a last X-ray and see how it looks like.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's in the right direction, right?
Absolutely. Bild?
Yeah. Tom, come on.
Looks like a tibial head.
Nice.
Okay. So, and
let's do this. Let's do the.
What you also can see is that the shape of the plate really supports it. So, if the plate fits good, the reduction can't be that bad.
But as you said, a little align. Yeah, I think the plate fits very nicely and helps us to give some compression on the lateral side. So perfect, and I would like to invite the surgeons here. And we'll give them a big applause, I think. Are they coming up? Yeah. So thank you very much for a great performance in a very difficult fracture. So if we do a little recap, I think your plan was quite clear. You said the most important key fragment is the postural medial one. That's what you addressed first with the postural medial plate. And then you already mentioned, because of the special mechanism of injury, this anteromedial one, have the other plate and then go for the lateral one and reconstruct the tibial plateau. And that's, of course, that's a surgery that takes usually, Matthias, real life.
3 hours.
I would schedule 3 hours in operation.
Absolutely. I think that's important for the audience to know. That's not something you're going to fix within an hour. And therefore, compliment again for performing that good.
Thanks.
Now, questions from our experts in the festival area.
Yeah, so first of all, good work, perfectly done. To cut a long story short, 45 minutes for a tibia head, that's perfect. Still some screws missing, but that is just the monkey job. You did the reduction.
The monkey
very
job?
Nice. So,
did I get that right?
Maybe you can... Yeah, just putting screws in plates. So this is nothing special. The reduction is the problem, and that was perfectly done. So one question for the audience. You said that you use just short screws from the medial side, but from the lateral side, your screws will support the complete head, right?
Absolutely. So you try to go.
You bring your lateral screws over.
You shoot the screws the whole place over, and sometimes I don't close up the medial approach. And sometimes, if I get the feeling that the bone is not strong enough, I just exchange the short screws against long screws again, just to get more stability, that they really go into each other.
Okay, so the remark: short screws on the medial side. is just not to block the reduction of the lateral side. So if you start lateral, it would be the same, short screws first, just fix the lateral fragment to the plate, and then you reduce the rest against it. And then you use long screws.
Absolutely.
One more technical question, how to fix the lateral meniscus against what? Because you cut all the ligaments, the adhesions to the tibia, very short to the tibia. Do you do transtibial tunneling for your sutures, or how do you fix it?
Either you do it like transosseous refixation, you can do that, but many plates also have like little holes in the top, and you can just try to connect it through right to the plate. This is how I do it. I don't know.
Yeah, we
Okay,
typically
thank you.
try to leave some capsule, but this plate of Smith & Nephew has at least 2 holes on top of the screw holes that you can attach the meniscus to.
Isn't that too rigid because the lateral meniscus moves a lot?
Well,
Isn't that
you don't
too
actually
rigid?
you don't
Because-
actually attach the meniscus, but you attach the capsule.
Okay, got that, yes. Thank you.
Thanks for the questions to the
So,
expert. Or
Any
another
questions
question?
here? No.
Good.
No, we don't have any question. I'm just looking around. No hand is raised.
So
Okay.
everybody got
So-
to sleep, or it was a perfect presentation?
No, it was a perfect presentation. They're all still awake. So congrats to you. It's late in the evening, 10:30, and they are still awake. So that's for you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for.
So thank you to the expert surgeon.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Betty. Thank you.
Also to you guys, thank you so much for hosting the live surgery. Thank you so much to Smith & Nephew. Please stay tuned because in about 3 to 4 minutes, we will be back with an after show party, kind of countdown to the after show party, but we will have an after show. Stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Okay, so before. So, before you leave for drinks and these things, which is very important now at that time. So I would like to sum up what we did today. So this was the first day of a 3-day party here with education and these things. And what we saw today was just a huge amount of innovations and how to do things like distal radius fractures and percutaneous minimal invasive plating of the clavicula. We had a treatment of the distal femur fracture extra-articular with a nail, and we had these really complex situations in this evening with periprosthetic fractures of the hip and of the knee, and now at the end, so last but not least, one of the most challenging fractures that we have to deal with in trauma surgery, the tibia head. And that was all perfectly done. And I love this type of entertainment, edutainment, and you get so close to the specialists and you can see how things are done and how good you can do that. And we had panel discussions and we had some talks and keynote lectures, like the keynote lecture on the tibial head. And tomorrow is the next interesting day. So tomorrow is Recon.
It's been really great, but I think
Time is out.
time is out, and we'll have an after-show show after you two guys.
Okay.
You guys did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. And I think right now it's time to leave the stage because we have to put the tables. Thank you so much. Big applause to you guys. Thanks. Thank you, Jan. Thank you.
World Surgery Tour.
Let's go!
Okay guys, this is it. This is the big after show from this wonderful day. The first day of the World Surgery Tour Festival here in Cologne, Germany. That was day number 1, the Trauma Day. And we want to talk a little bit about this whole World Surgery Tour Festival, about the World Surgery Tour, why it's taking place. And I have a lot of cool people backstage that I'm gonna call up on stage right now, and I need your guys' help. I know it's been a long day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your patience. So please put your hands together for the CEO of the Riemersys Group, Marc Ebinger. Oliver Diekmann, Medical Education Director, Central Europe for Smith & Nephew. We have the one and only Dr. Freddy Grützner. And last but not least, the wonderful Miriam Statthalter, also from the Riemersys Group. I see a lot of smiles, I see a lot of happy faces. Marc, maybe we can start with you. I think we all want to know, what is the purpose of the World Surgery Tour Festival?
Whoa, purpose is a big, big question.
Isn't it?
Yeah, the purpose. I mean, we saw a lot of lack of education and networking throughout the last couple of years. But on the same time, during the pandemic, a lot of innovation power came up, which had a lot of attention globally, actually. And we could reach with new formats many, many people around the globe. Yeah, and actually, networking, innovation, power of innovation is just coming when people meet, when people work on things together. And actually, the festival now is the comprehensions of a 3 years learning journey, and yeah, here we go.
Nice. Hats off to you. Freddy, maybe you can tell us what we can expect from the further days now from the World Surgery Tour.
We can expect the best.
Perfect answer. Thank you so much.
Yeah. What's behind? Let's say a few words about the start of that festival. It started with a treatment week, and we had the beginning of the pandemic situation, and we had the need to go ahead with high quality teaching in orthopedic trauma, in joint reconstruction, in spine and sports and so on. And these guys, they had the idea. They had already established these course format with the lifelike fracture scenery but that was not enough. So you had to transport information and knowledge to young doctors and even to older doctors. And that's behind that scenery. And so we have to match the on-site formats with the remote formats. And this is the challenge behind that. And in this year, we have the combination of on-site formats with the conventional, with the traditional. It's not traditional, but with the very well-established and well-proven hands-on courses with instructors, with a lifelike situation. And this is really amazing. This is an amazing step in elevating surgical education in young doctors. I can tell you about my experience, and we match that with the remote format to transport that information to all the people who have not the opportunity joining that by person. And this is the idea behind, and I guess this year we have the next level. I don't know how many levels we will get, but we have the next level reached.
Yeah, I remember we were sitting here and we were watching the two surgeries by the UK guys. And
Yeah.
you told me so much in this hour about what they were doing, and I, being not a medical expert, learned so much. I think it's so refreshing, you know, being in a circle of people that all think alike, they want to learn, they want to progress. And do you think maybe you can tell us a little bit about how the two formats we have, how they work?
Yeah, I guess the first thing is the attitude behind. So it doesn't work if you haven't any attitude, if you don't stand behind that,
Yes.
that formats, and they have to match together. And it's all about theory of learning, and you have to bring the theory of learning we all know into the practice. So we all know if you just read a textbook, 5% of the information stays in your brain.
Right.
So you have to read it again, and
Right.
at one point, most of the information it's in your brain. But if you get it in a format like that, you don't have to do it again and again. So this is fixed in your brain. You have that different parts of information. You have the haptic information. You get these very entertainment formats. You have some fun. You match with colleagues. You discuss with colleagues. You start to getting emotional as well. Emotion it's a lot of emotion behind that scene, and the cutting edge is if you do it by your own in these lifelike fracture situations. If you do these hands-on courses. And I talked to some of these guys who had the course in this morning, and they absolutely flashed about the learning progress in such a short time. And this is much bigger learning progress as if you do that as an assistant in a theater for 10 times, for example. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the difference is if you watch ski jumping for 5 years every day, it's not said that you can do it.
Freddie, you were talking about the hands-on courses. It was a great joke, by the way, but you were talking about the hands-on courses. And I think we recorded a little video with Bertil Bouillon yesterday, and I think if the directors are ready, we're going to look at this video now together, please.
I welcome you to the World Surgery Tour Festival. During the festival, you will be able to learn from world-renowned experts. They are going to discuss cases. They are going to discuss principles of orthopedic surgery, and they are performing live surgery that you can follow and interact with the experts. In parallel to the festival, you also have the opportunity to learn from hands-on courses. These are performed in the CAD lab, and the CAD lab mimics reality very well. You have lifelike fractures where you can operate like in a real operating room. You have the operating facilities here, which are perfect, including 3D intraoperative scans. And you will be able to discuss the cases beforehand and with the experts in our conference room. And we follow a didactic principle. The principle is the OK Doc principle. So when we meet in the classroom with our group, then we follow the didactic principle of the OKDoc principle. So what does it mean? O stands for organize your plan, which means the instructors are going to give you some theoretical background. So about the anatomy, about the approaches, about OR strategies. So you can learn already from them what the basic principles of your fracture is and how you can find your strategy. K stands for Know Your Implants. Know Your Implants is that the industry partners are going to present their implants you are going to use during the courses so that you exactly know how to use them, what the basic principles are, what the pitfalls are, and what the challenges are. So you are prepared and know your implants, and I think that's a very, very important item, as in real life. Then we go over to the D. D means define your plan and defend it in front of the group. So define your plan means you get your X-ray, you get your CT scan, and that's like in your hospital. And then in addition, you get a 3D model of your fracture. And then you have the opportunity with your instructor and your two peers to develop a strategy. Which kind of approach? How to reduce this fracture? Where to position the implants? Discuss what are potential pitfalls, what is your plan B? So you are really well prepared. And to be even better prepared, you defend this plan in front of the whole group. So you get, again, ideas from the other participants and maybe also some other ideas from the other instructors. So there are different schools you can learn from, and then at the very end you have your plan. And then you go to the O. The O means we go to the operation theater. You have enough time. Usually we take at least 3 hours to operate on your case. And that's like in real life. So you have your real life fractures, you have the implants, you have all the kind of assistance and opportunities to be supported by your scrub nurses, by the industry partners, and by your instructors. And that's where you can really learn how to operate. And you have the opportunity of 3D imaging so that you can follow your plan and see whether it goes right or whether you have a problem, have to change. And after that, we go to the C. C is challenge your plan. So the whole group meets again in the conference room, in our classroom, and they're going to explain their results. And they will tell you what went right and what went wrong. Where were the difficulties? Did they reach their goal and did they attend and use their plan A, or did they use their plan B and C? And from these discussions, again, everyone can learn not only from their personal cases, but also from the cases of the others. And when we talk to participants after such a hands-on course, where you have 2 series of cases, so you have the opportunity of 2 cases you can operate, they feedback that the learning experience they get from this hands-on courses is as good as 10 real surgeries in their hospital environment. So let's go to the OR. Welcome to the heart of the CAD Lab. These are our OR facilities. So you see our operation table where you're going to meet your lifelike fracture, you meet your team, you meet the industry partners, and that's where you're going to operate your plan for another 3 hours. So you got plenty of time to get new experiences. So your instructor, together with the team, the participants, usually 3 per table, are going to operate like in real life. So you are going to learn new approaches, you are going to learn how to reduce fractures, and then you are going to have the opportunity also, like in real life, to at the very end have the opportunity 2D imaging or even 3D imaging. At the very end, we use the last letter of our OKDoc principle, which is a C. Challenge your plan. You're going to explain your result, you're going to explain what went well, and where were the pitfalls. So again, you can learn from this case and you can learn from the case of the others. So I think it's time to switch over to the festival area again. That was the CAD Lab facility, and we are going to hand over the micro to Luis. Luis, are you ready?
I'm ready, Bertil. Thank you so much. That was Bertil at the CAD Lab yesterday. Great video. Mark, we were standing at the bar and you were telling me about the DKOU in 2019, which is one of the biggest congresses in Europe. How did you get from there to here?
Yeah, actually, DKO 2019 was the breeding ground of this idea. To be honest, Freddie, where you have been the president and got us the opportunity to showcase this to the whole society and to the whole to the people. That was the idea. We had courses already. We had the first live streamings in the history of our company, and then Treatment Week 2020, pandemic. Yeah, we had like a very old fabrics hall, and we did the first real live streamings, and we had the idea of satellites. So we had a film studio in Salzburg, one in Switzerland, in Lucerne, and Cologne. Yeah, that was the first trial of doing this kind of live streams, of surgical battles. Yeah, kind of improvised, but we had to do it, we wanted to do it, and that was the first experiment. And from this, we went to the World Surgery Tour. The next step, that was heavy, 77 hours of live streaming non-stop. We had then a lab in Brisbane, one in Cologne, and one in Boston with surgeons from Australia, Asia, North America, and that was a pretty exhausting event, and I'm super happy that still all our employees are still in the boat in the company, and we didn't lost them through that kind of very tricky event. Yeah, and from that, 2021, we came to the festival now with new ideas, new concepts.
I can still see the passion in your eyes. And of course, we have a small video about the 2021 Grand Final. Let's see the video.
World Surgery Tour.
Let's go!
Wow, please, let's hear it for the guys who are behind the stage, the guys who film these videos, who edit these videos. I think they do a great job in transporting the emotions. I was going to ask you on my script why that looked very successful. Why did you change the concept? But I think it's more of an evolution maybe of the concept, right? What do you think?
It is an evolution. It is an evolution. But there is one point why we can do this evolution, because people can meet again now. And Freddie made a very nice example with the ski jumping before. Potentially, I take another example. It's like learning
Surfing.
how to sail. No,
Surfing.
sailing. Water sports, but I think sailing. I mean, you can learn everything about sailing, and then you can listen to experts who crossed the Atlantic, who came in turbulences over there. Yeah, then you know about what to do and what to do. And I think this life surgery is a bit comparable because not everything works after a plan here. And the surgeons who are watching this kind of life surgeries here can see how the experts are dealing with challenges. And as we have the possibility to meet now, I think it's also very important that you just see how they are dealing with these challenges. It's about really then to have the opportunity to cross the Atlantic with a sailing boat. And then it's very nice in these courses, Bertil explained, having an expert next to you who can support you when not everything went super well. So that could be also an example. It's nice to read textbooks or learn in procedures and that kind of steps, but at the end you have to feel when everything went wrong, how you're going to do that, and that's the hands-on part. And that's super nice now that we have the possibility again to do these hands-on courses and really learn the skills. And on the same time, what we believe in the company is the power of innovation. And I personally believe very strong in that this just can happen when people meet and come accidentally on a coffee break or here during at the bar to an idea and develop ideas further. And therefore we have to meet. We have to meet, and that's why we have this evolution now of hands-on and networking on the same time. And I think this somehow, let's see how it will continue, but this will be the future.
Nice. Ollie, you're the industry part, you're from Smith & Nephew. Alongside with Stryker, you are one of the supporters of the World Surgery Tour. How is your perspective on this evolution, and what do you think about the World Surgery Tour Festival?
You know, as Mark said, you know, it was a long and super exciting journey, and I'm very proud also as from the industry that we could support and work together on it. You know, starting, as you said, on the DKU is the first time having live surgeries on the Congress booth, what nobody could believe. Yeah. We showed it to other countries that couldn't believe what we are doing here, and I think that was such an innovative format, and we have seen the success, what was really great. And then the next step was the treatment week. You know, the treatment week was the first time doing something in a kind of sport show style with surgical battles, and that was, I think it was a game changer in on this days where we have to do everything digital, you know. And then the next level, as you said, you know, now having everything together, having hands-on courses in the morning, having the live sessions here, and then being all together, seeing the experts and exchange with the experts, you know, that's absolutely great, and I think perfect.
Thank you, Ollie. I was going to ask you what made you take the decision to support the World Surgery Tour, but I think you just explained it perfectly. Miriam, you also work for the Riemersys Group, and I think we wanted to do a small recap of today, the Trauma Day, and then I think you can tell the audience what we have in store for tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday.
Sure. So I don't think I have to say much about today because Jan van Rekum did a perfect job wrapping it up before. So thanks for that again, Jan. And but let's recap a little bit shorter. We had 5 live sessions being streamed online from 4 different industry partners. And I think that's also the point from my perspective right now to say thank you. Thanks to all the industry partners who are believing in our concepts and who are supporting us so strongly. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. So from my side, thank you very much. And I think we should all give a warm applause for that. So as we were focusing today on the trauma part, we will slightly shift gears tomorrow and look at the recon side. Here we will focus on the arthroplasty, on the knee especially. We will have 4 live sessions here. Also 2 sessions being supported by Smith & Nephew tomorrow. Also the AO Recon playing a big part in it. And we will have ImplantCast also supporting us. We will have some topics about the total knee arthroplasty, also robotically assisted, and we will see the differences between the fully hybrid technique and also the full burr technique in the TKA in a comparison, which I think is going to be really cool in a surgical battle. And of course, as today, we will also have fun and educating lessons around it. We will have keynote lectures about specific knee replacement and also the value of robotic surgery. And for the
Wonderful.
last day,
So that was Recon Day tomorrow, and
Yeah.
on Sunday we have Sports Day.
yes.
What can the viewers expect on Sports Day?
Yeah, what would you expect from Sports Day?
A lot of sports injuries, maybe some knee injuries, maybe
Exactly.
some spine injuries.
A good guess. So we will talk a lot about the knee, but we will also have a look at the shoulder. So we will also have 4 live sessions on Sunday, being sponsored by Geistlich, Smith & Nephew, and the AO Sports. And while we will focus on the meniscus and the ACL at the knee and the different techniques around it, we will also learn how we can repair the rotator cuff. And also a big topic will be biological implants, which gain an important role at the moment in preserving the joints. So I hope I said it right.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that will be Sports Day.
Wonderful. And maybe you can tell the viewers at home or around the world how they can participate in the World Surgery Tour. Maybe they can ask some questions, write some comments.
Sure. Of course, we are looking forward to see you all here on site. And yeah, don't be shy, ask questions whenever you feel that you need some more explanation. Of course, you can also get in contact with the experts here on stage, be it on stage asking questions or at the bar drinking a beer. When we look at the online part, that's not possible, unfortunately, but of course we also thought about that. So whenever you're watching the live session, please use the comment section, post your questions, and our team will make sure that your questions are going to be answered by the experts on stage.
Wonderful. Freddie, you are one of the grandmasters, the pioneers in this field.
Grandmothers.
To me, you're an absolute grandmaster. And I would like to know from you, what do you think, where is everything, all this, where is it heading? I mean, especially in the future, where do you see events like this in 5, 10 years?
It's all about patient care. That's our goal, to improve the skills of the surgeons, the facilities, the capabilities to improve patient care. That's everything. So, and we have different situation in our medicine system than 20 or 30 years ago. I had that time when I just learned by looking and getting explained and doing myself under supervision and doing many cases. But we have different times. We have to elevate education to a level that we can provide best care for our patients. And this will be the goal. So, and then we have to mix and match different topics together. It's not enough to read, as I already mentioned, to read a textbook or to go to a course and drill holes into plastic bones. That's not the future. The future is hands-on, lifelike surgery, is following discussions, panel discussions, is seeing different options in these battles, to see different options for similar problems, to get your own opinion, to get a well-educated, self-demanding surgeon to provide best care you ever can. And that's our challenge. And for that purpose, we have to further develop that formats. We have to bring that more into the community and make it more popular and bring new items and new points in this format. And I'm very sure this will be a success.
Nice. Olli, what are your expectations? How do you see the future from an industry perspective?
No, it's definitely the future, and it's also it's an interest also from us as a company, let's say, to support this and also for us to benefit of reaching globally more surgeons, and introducing our surgical techniques and innovative products, but it's not only introducing it, it's also like, as Freddie said, you know, do a better training and give them the best option of training. And as we have seen today with the prefracture specimens, you know, which is a state-of-the-art trauma course for the moment, I would say.
And of course, Mark, we want to know your expectations, your sight of future. Where do you see us? Where do you see the company in 5 to 10 years?
Whoa.
Oh, don't get that started.
No. We don't get into this discussion now.
Maybe just a quick recap.
Yeah, I think we want to, of course, improve. We started this as a pioneer journey, founding the company in 2016, then with this new kind of challenges in 2020. And we took new paths, new ways. It was a pioneer journey. We crossed already a couple of islands. I don't know if we somehow will find a holy country or something like that at the end. But it's a continuous journey. We want to keep collaborating with all these wonderful people here supporting us at the moment, because they make actually this success possible. It's not us. We somehow establish an infrastructure where we can bring people together and train realistically, innovate in different ways. That's what we can offer, yeah? And of course, bring some joy and some fun in. I think we need that when we invest this valuable time. So that's very, very important. But it's an event where we try new things out. Many things work, some things needs to be improved, and we need the feedback here on site. We need the feedback from the whole community watching this globally, and then we improve. And I think, again, I believe in the power of innovation when people meet, and therefore we can enable an infrastructure for that. And it makes, again, fun, and we want to continue, and then let's see how 2024 will look like.
Very nice. Thank you, Mark. And of course, to all the people watching us from around the globe, if you don't have your tickets for tomorrow, Saturday, and for Sunday, get them now, get online. This is our call to action. So, I think there's only one very important thing left to do for this evening, and that all involves this little buzzer. And I think we're going to start a little countdown. I don't know if you guys want to start the party. I hope the DJ is ready. I think he's somewhere there in the back. Get yourself ready, because Grandmaster Freddy Grützner has the honor to start the countdown on a count of 10, down, and on the 0, you guys are going to hit the buzzer, and that opens the after party. So I would say, Freddy, it's your word.
Thank you. So the journey goes on. It's not an experiment, it's a journey. It's behind the stage of an experiment. It's proven. And let's start the annual Games of Musculoskeletal Surgery. And the countdown starts with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the after show. Let's go party. Let's go party.